It's November 25th, 2012, and you happen to be watching Mods on Air.
2 FPS, 3 RPGs, and 5 sim-type games.
Yeah.
I think you'd be able to come up with one here.
I'm actually pulling this one hard.
Ask all the people that need hacks to play Call of Duty. I can hear you groaning inwardly every time Sin's mentioned. You're just cringing.
Alright, hey everybody, welcome to episode 357 of Mods on Air, bringing you the weekend gaming news as modders, developers, and gamers ourselves. I am foyleman, and also on the show today, we have with us Breesy. Hello, Breesy.
Hello.
Hello, we also have with us Welshy. Hello, Welshy. Hello, and Ham is with us. Hello, Ham.
Howdy.
And of course, Stryder. Hello, Stryder.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. So, before we begin, Ham, this is a disclaimer. Let me remind you all that this show was recorded before a live audience, of which you may be a part. Anyone can listen in a message about the topics as we discuss them, and relevant URLs will end up in the chat window. The other links that are posted there, they could cause you harm, so don't be clicking on them. And finally, for those of you who haven't heard the show before, there may be some explicit language, got that? Or adult themes. Okay. Now, Ham, you may continue with your information on wonderful
Windows 8 update.
All right, so this week in Windows 8. Fuck Windows 8.
Fuck Windows 8.
That's the best review I've ever heard.
Join us next week.
Join us next week when you'll hear Ham say,
What I like is we could do that every week and it'll be the same fuck Windows 8, but it'll be like a different thing. This week, sound card drivers. Fuck Windows 8.
Yeah, so what's the issues? What are you running into there, Ham?
Well, this is something that's happened. It was happening last week, and it was the reason why I was not able to do video, or at least not video with audio. It seems that, and it was just happening, and I just sort of happened to figure it out what to do. So you initiate the call, and I try to join it with the USB headset plugged in, and as soon as I click join, it kind of just doesn't do anything. And it turns out if I unplug this USB headset, click to join the call, then plug it back in, everything is fine. And this happens nowhere on any other PC except for this Windows 8 PC. So
Didn't I just update Skype for Windows 8?
the Windows 8 version, the
Okay.
the Metro version. But who's going to use that when you can't do video calling?
"Are they? Is it Windows 8 being like Vista, where certain, like all of your picture library was deemed a hazard to Windows Vista, so you didn't have access to it? So it's determining that your headset is a threat to the security of Windows 8. Yeah.
Maybe it's, I don't know, it has an app restriction or something, since the desktop is an app now. It's ridiculous.
You can only run one at a time.
Yeah. Windows 8. What are you doing, Ham? I'm sorry, I can't let you do that, Ham.
Why do you hate
That's
me,
quite a
Ham?
mess.
Why do you hate me, Ham? Make me a sandwich, Ham.
Well, this being a product of Microsoft, they're going to roll Messenger into this, and then they're going to end up, probably rolling this onto Xbox somehow, and this is what you're going to end up with.
Great. Skype box.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll, obviously, Kinect will be rolled into Xbox, so you'll have the camera on with the Skype, and none of it will work. Or that's the only way it will work.
You need Kinect to run Skype. That'll be awesome.
Yep, you're going to have the latest
That's
Xbox.
just what I want.
Yeah, only works with Kinect.
But, just speaking of Windows 8, really briefly, the guy, Steve, I don't know how to say his last name, Steve Sinosky or something like that. It sounds sort of similar like that. But the guy who previously was charged with running the Office division, he kind of stepped up and took over the Windows division, and he spearheaded the whole project with Windows 8. All the creative decisions, well, not all of them, but a majority of creative decisions ended up falling upon this guy, and this is the guy who said, this is what the vision of Windows 8 is going to be, and this is how it's going to work, and all that stuff. He recently left the company just 3 weeks after Windows 8 launched. And
teacher. Is there creativity in Windows 8? Aren't they just rehashing? It's like iOS wannabe.
I don't creative app. That's what you're missing.
Yeah, that's exactly.
They didn't download the app for creativity.
I don't know what Windows 8 is trying to be or go for, but it's a mess. Visually it's a mess. Functionally it's a mess, and I don't know. Just as a whole package, it is a mess. They took away features and added hardly anything in its place to make some sort of benefit.
Well, look at the cost. It only cost how much?
It will cost me $15.
Yeah.
And I guess I'll be paying for it with the advertising.
And the time you don't get back spent fixing stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. In the same way that Google says that, hey, we have these Chromebooks. They're like a laptop, but they can only run a web browser. And so whenever they get like critical questions about the laptop and its functionality, they say, oh, well, this is not meant to be your main device. It's a companion device. You're meant to have an actual laptop or desktop.
Something that works.
Yeah.
You're meant to have something that works. This is just the gadget.
Yeah. I feel like Windows 8 is the same thing. It's like if you're going to use it, you need something else that actually works. And then
so it's designed to run on tablets, but this is tablet unplugged.
Right.
And yeah, it just I saw an advert for Windows 8 right before the show here on TV. It's just like, wow, guys just are really trying to push the hype on this rather than saying, you know what, we've created something that's more functional and something that's going to revolutionize the market. Not, yeah, we crapped the bed on this, and we're trying to play catch up with everybody else that's established themselves in the handheld market and the tablet market, and we're playing a little bit of catch up on that. But hey, it's Windows 8. Live with it, and that's kind of what they're doing. They're like ramming it down your throat.
Yeah, this is what you get.
They definitely know they've messed it up.
Yeah.
Well, they usually do come late to the table with the features, such as trying to follow in Apple's footsteps, and so now we're going to start seeing this whole iOS kind of thing, as iOS probably will start becoming the least wanted operating system next. And they're going to start to try to follow also in Apple's footsteps with the idea of the Apple TV, right? For a long time, they've been talking about the idea of rolling in TV and stuff into Xbox, and now they're even talking about going further with it, with this whole Xbox kind of set-top box.
Yeah.
And that's Microsoft's problem right there, is the fact that rather than come up with something new and innovative and creative and functional, they just go, what's Apple doing? Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
What did Apple do 5 years ago? Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
There was a presentation before Windows 8 came out, I think before it hit beta, a long time ago before it hit beta. There was a presentation internally leaked for Microsoft, and like one of the first slides on the deck said, "How does Apple do it?" I think
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
So, it's not just some statement; it's actually what they're doing there internally.
Well, they used to be visionaries. Microsoft used to be visionaries, and then they got pegged as corporate greed hounds, and now they've lost all innovation. Just playing.
They still have some innovative stuff going on. They just never apply it to the consumer.
Well, that's the problem. They've moved away from they've moved away from logic and moved totally into consumerism. And trying to develop, it's almost like they're moving the same way the gaming is. People aren't casual PC users. What are you going to do for your business on a Windows 8 platform? Mm-hmm. It's just going to destroy whatever credibility they had. You know, everybody's going to have to be stuck with Windows 7 as the furthest upgrade. Mind you, that said, this is year or release 2 of their cycle, where release 1 works, release 2 doesn't, release 1 works, release 2 doesn't, and you know that's kind of
Star
a
Trek.
proven.
Yeah, Star Trek movie. Yeah,
that's kind of a proven way that Microsoft does stuff is they release an OS and it's good, and then the next one they release is not good, and then they release something that's good again, and then something that's just not good. So this is by record, this is the one that's not good. However, I don't see longevity in a tablet or a handheld OS as being the next movement. I'm not going to be sitting at my desk trying to be do office work, let alone gaming. But I'm not going to be doing office work and having to reach forward and touch on my, play on my screens and shit like that. It's just not feasible.
Yeah, and I think they sort of ignore that idea that, like, hey, this is not what you want to be doing for a long time, and sometimes not even any time. And they're just like, no, this touchscreen revolution, this is it. You have to be part of it. So we need to squeeze everything we can into it and somehow make it work, even though, like, sort of the obvious solution is to use a mouse. They're like, no, you've got to touch everything. And that's how you end up with games that on Windows 8 that are basically just phone games. Mm-hmm. And that's almost all you'll ever get, because there's this emphasis that you need to have touch-only controls.
Yeah, it's kind of like, that's probably what bothers me the most. It's the fact that it's like Microsoft's basically saying, oh yeah, you're too dumb to use a mouse, so we're going to... Mm-hmm. And that's kind of what annoys me the most out of it.
And you know what? Unless they're thinking, and they've got the technology that's going to revolutionize the market, where it's going to be like you see on Minority Report, and like you see on Avatar, where the screens are projected in front of you, and you just kind of grab stuff and you can bring it down and work in front of you, and then you put it back up on the screen, and you work in a 3D environment with, and that's the only thing that I can think that they're trying to do with this is make a step to that. But if that's not the case, they're just like failing in an epic fashion.
We know they have that technology that you just described already in their labs, because we've seen videos of it. We've shown it on this show.
Yeah, but if they're trying to move towards that on a far, that's a big step to move to mass consumerism with that.
It is. It's like it's like going to the car show. You never see those prototype cars in the market because they're afraid that they won't sell. Even though each one of us
more money to build one of them.
There's people in a lot of states that are still on dial-up, that are still running like a dual color monochrome monitors, the big CRT ones, and to them that's like modern technology, and they're still like, oh, you kids and your internet.
I can't believe that work I receive a lot of files, different like PDFs and stuff, and people still send in stuff like RTFs. And like Jesus, I haven't seen that file type for at least 10 years.
Or that presentation, like copied and pasted into a Word document.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable. And like doc instead of docx. It's like, what version of Office are you using?
Well, I've seen quite the opposite too, which is also a problem, where people send in the most latest version of a document that only works in that version, and then they send it to you and you can't open it. Like, it would be the Windows 8 document version. And you're like, well, I don't have Windows 8. How am I going to open this?
Well, you should.
Oh, send it to him. He'll fix it for you. He's got nothing better to do. Send your
right, Marcus. Why does anyone fax? That's another good one. Another good one.
Exactly.
The state of New Jersey, or the federal, the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service. Why do they require that you send your payments in via handwritten check? You can sign up. You can go through this 10-day process of trying to sign up to do an electronic payment. Are you kidding me? I have to go through this whole process? Why can't I just say, here's some money? No, I have to find a check somewhere that I can handwrite and send that in. It's just like the faxes. It's just like, why am I stuck in this weird technology era that It's backwards.
Living in the past, man. So this Xbox set-top box, Xbox TV, which is, I don't know, it's sort of a weird name. There's no sort of concrete information about what it's supposed to do at the moment, is there? It's just we're gonna have a set-top box, and that's all people really know.
What's the Xbox 720 streaming game?
Well, I was going to say, yeah. Is it going to be what the PlayStation put out, which was like a while back? They put out a like a digital TV box, I think it was, and you could watch digital TV. PlayStation.
Did they?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Stop.
I don't remember a separate
Stop.
box.
I do.
Stop downloading porn while you're talking on the show.
I know.
You're all like cutting out.
That'll be the people in the other room watching whatever they're watching.
Porn.
Yeah. But Apple.
Thought we determined that already.
Apple's TV, Apple's set-top box is kind of a mess because it's very, very limiting. It only allows you to do things that Apple wants you to do. You can go out there and get the Roku, which I understand is the best kind of set-top box that you can get because there's less restrictions. They want you to have the opportunity to get as much as possible. And then Microsoft is going to probably do the same thing that Apple's doing. Is they're going to limit you as far as what you can look. You can look at maybe YouTube. You're going to look at a couple of Microsoft's type TVs, and then you're going to get to stream your games from Xbox Live. That's it, right?
It's not going to be any different than what they've already got with the Xbox dashboard now, where if you want something on Xbox and available to the people that are on Xbox, it has to go through Microsoft. So you're not going to get freedom of information that's not controlled by Microsoft.
Yeah, so I don't
they're going to
understand
control
this.
information.
So what's the difference between this and the cheapest Xbox? Probably nothing, right?
Probably nothing.
Yeah.
It'll be something that'll be on your, and that's what I'm saying. This is just part of their Xbox 720. You can get it now, or you can wait for the Xbox 720.
This might actually be the old Xbox in a new box when they have the new Xbox being sold next Christmas. Because this is supposed to happen next Christmas, yeah. So we'll have the new Xbox, and then we'll sell these old versions that they have left over in the warehouse as set-top boxes. That's what it'll be.
Probably so. Just redo the software, package it up, send it out.
Just a big sticker on the box that makes it look different. That's it.
Oh, Xbox 720 Retro.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's almost like I've just got a weird problem with the whole Xbox branding of things. It just, to me, it doesn't work. It started off as a game console. Now they want Xbox TV, Xbox Music, Xbox Video, Xbox Smart Glass.
It's like
Xbox.
It's gotta be everything, isn't it?
Yeah, and it doesn't.
I'm
work.
waiting for the Xbox beer cake.
That might work.
I would buy.
Yeah, I don't know. It probably wouldn't work.
Might be sour.
Probably be warm.
Comes out with a warm beer knowing the Xbox.
It's awful.
And then it overheats at one point.
You wouldn't be able to drink with your friends.
Boiling beer, like tea.
You wouldn't be allowed to drink with your friends unless you paid Xbox to play with your
Subscription
friends.
fee.
Even though you bought that beer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got to buy a special Xbox key to tap it.
Yep. And special Xbox mugs to drink out of. But you can only get one per person. So you have to get a friend to come over. Yeah.
But they'll be wireless mugs, so that's okay.
Yeah. That's okay.
That would
But
be.
they'll require batteries.
Yeah, but if they're rechargeable.
Yeah, well. Yeah.
If I get a wireless mug that just keeps refilling itself, sign me up. Seriously.
They actually have one for water now, but yeah, the beer one would be nice.
Yeah.
Okay, Wii is also getting into their mess. You know, they just released the Wii. The Wii U is just.
Didn't they just fuck them up too?
Exactly. They released an update. Day one firmware update is bricking some of these Wii U's.
Oh, look at you
Awesome.
now. Look at you being all oxymoronish.
So watch out if you have a Wii U. If you're opening that on Christmas Day, don't update it, unless of course they say you can't proceed unless you update. I think that's Sony though.
Yeah.
That's.
I-
That's always Sony.
And you
That's
can't
okay.
play.
You're gonna get a Wii U and not be able to read what it says anyways. It'll all be in
Japanese
Orient.
or something. Yeah.
Chinese, Japanese, Hungarian.
I know that the day one update in part. I'm not sure what else it does, but I know you can't play Wii games on it without that update.
Oh, yes, of
Just
course.
it's kind of weird.
They do have games, right? Or are we still waiting on that?
Well, you've got an entire collection of original Wii games to play.
Okay. So the games you own, you can play again.
Yes. As far as the new games, I don't know. There are few.
Right, because we knew that there were very few, if any, day one game releases. They have a whole lineup, but none of them were really set for day one.
And most of what I read from most of the releases, it's sort of mixed reviews, lukewarm reception overall. And so I don't know. The Wii.
What do you expect?
Received about as well as a warm spot in a public pool.
That depends on how cold the pool is.
So I can't think of anyone.
See what I did there?
Excited. I see what you did there. So
next. We're just destroying this show.
Yes. Okay. Well, that's not the one I wanted there. This is, if it'll show. There it goes. All right. So Steam has their autumn sale updates. This is day 4 today, or anyways, it's probably the last day. Yeah. Or tomorrow's supposed to be the last day. I think today's is the last day, isn't it? Are they actually having one on Monday?
I think it just continues through Monday.
Cyber Monday, isn't it?
Well,
this will continue on through until New Year's.
Well, I got to say that the games that they're offering this now are a lot more interesting than the ones from the last sale. The last sale, there just wasn't anything that was worth picking up. Either we had it or there wasn't anything fun. But this one's a little bit better. I mean, I did get the Crisis 2 pack because I never did get Crisis 2, so I got the whole package for
that's
really cheap.
Pretty decent price. Deus Ex, Human Revolution, $5. Can't go wrong there.
Yeah, right. I saw Metro 2033 is like $4.99.
Farming Simulator's on sale, Ham.
I know, and I will be picking it up.
$15.
It's in fact, I need to do that in just a few, don't I?
Dragon Age Origins for $9. That's worth it.
That game blue screened my computer. I tried the demo out and it just blue screened instantly, and I just completely went back and I installed it that very second.
Nice.
Hey, you know what?
Number of indie games too.
I've got a statement to make on this though. How long ago did Borderlands 2 release?
It was this year, wasn't it?
2 months.
Sorry, 2 months.
2 months, and it's already 50% off. What does that tell you about the type of games that publishers are putting out on a whole? Like Borderlands 2 it's a decent game. It's reminiscent of Borderlands 1. It's fun. Hop in it, whatever. But 2 months later, it's already 50% off. Either A, it was overpriced on release, or B, it's not doing well because it's the games that their companies are putting out are just not intuitive. They don't draw the player in. People don't play games for social experiences. People play games to escape realism. And if you're playing a game for a social experience, then very obviously you're a shell of a human being, and everything that you say to people is a lie. That's my take. Sorry.
Maybe they're trending
harsh.
But it is so everyone.
Have I? Did I miss anybody?
We still got time.
I don't know. I think I fall into that social thing, so I must be a liar.
No. You
guys already knew that. No. I say that because I have Guild Wars 2, and I've been playing it every now and then with you and with a couple of the other guys. I don't like it. I don't like Guild Wars 2, but I'm playing it. I really like Guild Wars 1. It is a different game. It's not what I played before.
Well, yeah, that's different because you're playing it to play with your already acquired friends.
Yeah. Not imaginary friends that.
Yeah, not people that you just like. Oh, I don't have anyone to talk to, so I'll just go online and talk to
strangers.
But that still makes it a social game for me. I play it for social reasons. Right?
No, because you're getting Kate mates. Gross. I shouldn't have drawn it as black and white as that, because there is a gray area in there. But for a developer to say this game is going to be a social medium, rather than, you know what, this game is a game. People are going to first play it to enjoy it. Secondly, to try and make friends and try and hook up for, whatever, World of Warcraft.
Sure, they're hooking up in this game.
Fest or whatever. But it's games aren't being. It seems that games aren't being written for fun anymore. They're all about the social aspect and seeing, like, the Call of Duty titles are a prime example where everybody has got that carrot dangling in front of them, and it's a race to the carrot so that you can say to everybody else around you, I got the carrot first, motherfucker, shut the fuck up. And there's, how is Call of Duty a social game? Have you listened to those little fucking douchebags on Xbox? Like, seriously, that is not a social game. And if that's what social is, no wonder our society is in a decline.
I don't know. I'm not sure if I can even follow up with that, because it's just all so true.
I wonder if we're gonna if we're gonna get to the point where we're gonna have like a generation of people that don't actually know how to have conversations with each other.
Well,
that's already exists. That already exists.
Well, yeah.
Kids can't talk to one another. They have to text one another. You tell them to phone. You tell a kid to phone another kid. They're like, no, I'll just text them. Oh, fuck! Pick up the phone.
Here, I'll show you what happens when you get people who only know how to use the internet all together in the same place. This is what happens. They finally get together, and they fight like this over a stupid $5 phone in Walmart.
Christ.
Just
people end up with
abuse.
in hospitals. Right. That's what happens.
What's wild is it's not that the phone is free. It's like I'm fighting you to pay money to someone else.
I saw something that was like, isn't it ironic that Americans line up in things and trample each other to death for stuff the very day after they sit around a table and thanks for.
Yes, that's right.
So one day they're sitting there, it's great to have family, and thanks for everything, and the next day they're punching a kid in the face for a phone. Not even the next day, actually. Sometimes, like a couple of hours later.
Yeah, because now they're starting the Black Friday stuff on Thursday night.
Yeah, midnight or something like that.
Some of them were like, I heard Toys R Us were open at 8 or something, 8 p.m. on Thursday. They started their Black Friday stuff.
So you can punch kids now.
So you can punch kids.
I don't even buy stuff. I just go there to punch the kids.
There you go. Disclaimer, people.
Someone's getting the
Foyle's like, I swear to God, I was not at Toys R Us.
Jeez. All right. Portal 2. Portal 2 has updated their game, new release out there. Now, one of the updates that go along with this, I wanted to point out, is this. Apparently, now you can do co-op locally. So LAN play, they're allowing for, which I guess they didn't do before.
You do that on the PC already.
As well, then why is this all big and new, saying that now there's split screen support for standard co-op?
Well, split screen. It's just got to be PlayStation
or Xbox, yeah.
Okay. On Xbox.
Well, mind you, they could you do, unless they've added split screen support to PC.
That's what I thought they were talking about, PC. I mean, why else put this on the PC website as a big picture support? This is PC.
Okay. So in other words, they're consoling up the PC game.
It also says, if you go to the patch notes in Steam, so this is on the PC, it says, added second controller split screen support. Press X on the second controller.
Yep.
What?
Two-player
Yes,
PC.
this is big picture stuff. They want you to hook up your Xbox controller to your PC or whatever controller you have and play it in the other room. Remember we were talking about that? How they want you to hook up your PC to your TV? Start streaming it?
Yeah. So
So they're turning it
So
into a
this is-
console. So Steam is going to be the next victim of this whole off the desktop and into your Windows 8.
it's that's the future. If you don't like it,
I
die.
finally found a use for Xbox controllers. I have one right here.
A controller.
It comes
or
in
a
handy
use?
every now and
I'll play some games
Both.
with it.
Yeah, I do too. I was playing Assassin's Creed, the new one, with it.
Yeah.
Because there's no way in hell you can play that on a keyboard. Controls are clunky enough as it is.
All right, so let's go into what's going on with. I feel like I missed a topic in there. Maybe I'll find it later.
You did. But
Did
whatever.
I miss the Mirror's
Mirror's
Edge? one?
Edge. Yeah.
See, I missed it from my topics here. So Mirror's Edge, yeah, Mirror's Edge 2 is supposedly actually in development. I don't know where that
Finally.
image is, so I can't show it to you. This must
Two
be
back.
There you go.
I feel like I already knew this, though.
We actually mentioned something about this before, but now there's a little bit more confirmation that it is in development, not just being considered.
Yeah, I know for a while the developers wanted to make it. I think fans wanted it, but probably for like bureaucratic reasons, it was on the table for a while about whether the development would start and go through.
The
But now I
first
guess-
one was interesting. It was kind of fun.
It was different.
And it was... Yeah,
I enjoyed
exactly.
it, definitely.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, but I don't know whether another one is kind
That
of...
was the one where you could run and jump and you get a gun,
Yeah.
but you couldn't shoot and
Yeah, you could shoot.
Yeah.
There was just an achievement for doing the whole game without killing anybody, which I did.
It
Right,
wasn't
they just-
an action game. It was a racing game. It was a glorified racing game.
Pretty much, yeah.
And if they just make new maps for this, it's not going to work. They're going to have to come up with something else. And I don't mean just add more PhysX to it. It's got to be something.
Yeah. Well, I hope they've got ideas to make it worth making a part 2 and not just an add-on.
If anything, it'll look pretty.
perpetual motion. Because if you stop running, you'll fall into the world's collapsing behind you. And if you die in the game, you die in real life. We need more games that are promoting natural selection of the human race.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you now. Yes.
It's called culling the herd.
Well, I'll be interested to see what happens with Mirror's Edge 2.
Like 2, the number, or 2 as well?
Both.
Yes.
Both.
So 2,
Okay.
2.
2-2. Yes. Now, let's go over to what's happening inside of... Geez, I guess I'm missing a bunch of stuff.
Interstellar Marines?
Into Kickstarter stuff. Yes, Interstellar Marines is doing their... is doing a thing on Kickstarter now, because I guess they aren't getting enough promotion, enough money off of their website, which... If you've ever gone there, you know that they're like begging and never producing. Well, I can't say never
I
producing.
don't know if I care anymore.
Right, how long has it been? It's kind of like a stalker,
I don't know.
except they're
I
giving you lots of information online all the time.
I thought this game released.
No.
Yeah.
You can like play some different builds online or download the client. I know a while back, maybe a month or two ago, I went to a website and I was able to play the game in the browser because it's built on Unity. And I was pretty impressed with what it was, for the idea of, hey, I just went to a website and I'm able to play a game that looks this good. But I'm not sure what my overall feeling was. It was kind of weird. I got to play a multiplayer game and it seems solid enough, but nothing breathtaking.
Right, but it's been in development for, what, 2 years at least, I think, that we've been following it? I think that's
Yeah.
what it was. And it just
Something
feels
like that.
like it's been so long that it's like a long-running joke. Like, it's not going to happen.
So when it finally releases, it's going to be nothing at all like what it should have been, and it's going to be, too far late from what it should have been.
It'll be a point and click puzzle game when.
Almost, right?
It'll be a turn-based card game like Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
Well, they want $600,000 to keep going
To
with
finish.
the game.
Yeah.
They have a
That's all, I think.
AAA indie. That's what they're calling this. A AAA indie.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which is why it's probably costing them so much money.
Because they've got all these shaky cam videos to pay for.
Like, you know why it's costing them so much money is because they're trying to build this AAA indie on the Unity engine, and the Unity engine keeps updating over all these years, and then they have to keep going back to square one to reprogram everything in order to fit with the newest version of the engine. And
It reminds me of what was it? That Final Fantasy movie they did where
oh yeah,
The Spirits
it took
Within.
them like that's it, and it took them like 6 years to do it because by the time they got done with like half of it, technology had moved on so much. They were just like, all right, we might as well just do it again.
I think that cost them over $90 million to make, right? Something
Yeah.
crazy.
And it was like 10 years of work.
Hmm.
At the time, it was amazing. But if you go back and watch that movie now, it's just like their video games look better than this. it's quite sad.
So I think they have a great idea. I think that they should have gone forward and really produced this thing. But to take so long and to promote it for this entire time of development is a big mistake. I think it puts doubt in people's mind. Definitely, I am doubting whether or not this is going to be worth it after all this time.
Yeah. What they pulled off so far is nice. I think they should, at the very least, I don't know, somehow just package up what they have and push it out the door as something a prequel or multiplayer only or just something.
Well, supposedly you can get into the alpha if you give them money now. I think that's the way it's been for a while. Give them money and they allow you access to start fooling around with it.
Give them $10.
Is that what it is though? Do you know? I didn't even look at how much they want.
I have
like,
no
how much
idea.
it costs to.
I'm not
I
gonna.
don't know. Let's see. Pre-order Prologue.
If you go to their website, you lose a little bit of your soul, just so you're aware.
I don't know how I was able to.
Jokes on them, I haven't got any left. Yeah.
So I've got no clue exactly how I was able to a sci-fi trilogy in the making. They haven't produced the first one.
I know.
Okay.
Christ.
Well, there
See,
have
that
also
concerns me.
Gives a new meaning to DLC. Fuck.
20
So we're gonna make
There's
3
a-
of these, but we haven't.
There's
finished
a
the first
trilogy, yeah. How long are you the first one? Well, that's the thing. We were going to make the last one first, and then we decided that someone had did that, so we were going to make the first one first, but somebody did that idea too. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with episode 2, and then we're going to give you a
one. We're
prequel,
gonna make a third of it,
and then
we're gonna
the
make a
Uber
prequel that's
sequel.
like half.
And we're going to make it simple to follow with a whole bunch of flashbacks to things that have happened or may happen in the future. Flashbacks and flash forwards. It's going to be like the TV show Lost. That's what we're doing. We're shooting
calling
for
it
the TV
Confused.
show Lost so that you're totally fucking confused and have no idea what you're playing. And then you'll be satisfied that you gave us money for no reason, because that's what we're asking you for. Thank you for coming out. Give me your wallet. Leave your wallets at the door. They should have me doing their promos.
Of course,
That's
yeah.
sweet
that makes
talk
sense.
anybody out of their money.
Why would you not have that? Just get Ham to do it. This game is shit.
At least it's not on Windows 8. Fuck this.
Well, we've got other games that are actually releasing or have been funded. I'm not going to say they're releasing. They have been fully funded on Kickstarter. We'll see whether or not they release. One of them is this. It's called Heroes 2 Rogue, or Hero U, not Heroes 2. Just looks like a 2. It's Hero U Rogue, Rogue to Redemption or something like that. Anyway, it's one of those. I don't know how to. It's a like a point and click kind of game. One that you've never played before. Point and click like you've never played before. They want how much? They want a lot of money.
Point and click like you've never played before.
Yeah.
is a
Because
turn-based
they're
RPG.
revolutionizing the point-and-click gaming industry.
We're aiming for the Windows 8 users.
Yeah, everybody points and clicks. Our game, you click and drag.
Sometimes swipe.
Is she wearing a witch hat? She is wearing a witch hat.
I don't know. Here.
Everything else out there.
Wait.
Special.
You might have played our Oracle.
We want to talk to you about our new game, Hero U Rogue to Redemption, and what makes it
Do
special.
you think they're reading a
You might have
script?
played our award-winning adventure. Dr. Brain.
It took me a couple of
Our
seconds
games
to
are
realize they were
different
talking
from
in
everything
English.
else out there. We mixed adventure and role-playing and threw in a healthy dose of humor.
I do love a healthy dose of humor.
Like that hat he's wearing.
It's a witch and an explorer.
So a witch
All
and an
right.
explorer walk into a card game. A healthy dose of... That's the healthy dose of humor.
Hey, you might knock them, but these guys are funded.
Well, and this is my point. About
You know
the
what? They're
Kickstarter thing.
and if you look at that word, they're putting the dead in fun. Ha!
like literally 2 screenshots and a video of a guy wearing an explorer hat, and that's enough to get 400k apparently.
But
Yeah.
the music was epic. You gotta, I mean, the music.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. It must be good. The music was cool.
Hell, imagine how much you get if you had a sombrero and a poncho.
That's Dora. That one's
another
written.
game.
That's Dora the Explorer.
Another one that's been fully funded here is called Strike Suit Zero. And yes, I got a video.
Sounds like Foyle's kind of game. Run
I
around
think this
with no suit on.
Zero Suit. I think this is sort of like a more of a what I'd say a strategy game where you're flying around in space. Because that's what the video made me think when I was watching it. Space combat genre.
Cutscene.
And they're going to come out with mod tools according to their updates.
Yeah, which they had to get 130 grand for.
Yeah.
Did they just sell people mod tools?
I don't know.
Is it even going to be worth modding?
They don't say what
Earth's
you're going to be able to
fate has
mod.
been
Yeah, I
des-
don't know. It could simply end up being a what do I want to think of? Medal of Honor, or what was that one? To click and drag and create a mission in there.
Halo.
Halo?
No.
Oh no.
Dragon
War Z.
Rising one.
Dragon Z.
Operation
Or,
Flashpoint.
Flashpoint. Yes.
oh, I
Operation
thought you were
Flashpoint.
talking about one of the newer ones that we saw, where you just drag everything in.
OFP. That's what I was trying to think of.
This game reminds me of Zone of Enders.
They keep saying
That's
the
what-
future of Earth is in our hands.
I
I wonder if there's some sort of message there. Don't trust aliens.
Oh, uncle.
I'm way off on that one.
It's time to make a stand with your wallet. So support us.
They're
All
like,
right, so let's.
wow, every corny space movie byline has been put up on screen.
Yeah.
Time to make a stand. Earth needs a savior.
Well, if you're
What's
so,
next?
do
Down
you do
to
it?
Fred.
All right, so we also have out there. We have a game called Grand Theft Auto 5 that we've been getting inundated with, video-wise and information-wise. Well, there's some more information coming out from them. You know how last week I think we talked a little bit about how they don't want to become a Battlefield factory or whatever. Well, they also are concerned about. I don't know if they're concerned at all. No, they're not concerned about you, the PC player. Basically, they just want to build it for whatever they want to build it for, and that's it. There is an interview done over at IGN, and one of the questions was, GTA 5 is only confirmed for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. Why not the PC, Wii U, and so on? And they say, well, everything else is up for consideration. That's all I can say.
They said this about Fort 4 though.
Is that what they said? I know that they were late on the release, but
Yeah, they were kind of like, well, we're not sure. Maybe if we have time, and they did anyway.
It's so weird though. Is like I doubt that the sales of the previous Grand Theft Autos were bad on PC. I can't imagine a world where that's true.
It's all stolen, according to them, right? Isn't that what they always claim?
Mm-hmm.
Which is so weird because Rockstar, the original GTA was only a PC game. It's so weird that they just.
I am not going to drag my console out of the attic to play this game.
It's not weird. They are 100% shooting for that audience.
Yep.
They're developing for the flash in the pan because they as developers they realize, hey, we don't have to put fuck all for effort into this because.
Was Red Dead Redemption on PC?
No.
Oh yeah, it was.
Wasn't.
The first one wasn't it? I thought it was.
Oh,
okay.
what about the second one?
The second one never came out on PC, and they've pretty much
I think it did.
they're never going to do it.
The first one is Red Dead Revolver or something.
Ah,
Red
yes,
Dead
it was.
Revolver.
I don't even know if that one was on the PC. Was it the first one?
I thought it
I'm not
was.
sure. I saw a comment on a website and somewhere along the lines, and it was that Red Dead Redemption. The games from that series was developed by some Rockstar studio that's never put out anything on PC, whereas the GTA games have always been produced by whatever Rockstar team ends up putting games out on PC. So it could be the case where Red Dead Redemption never comes to PC.
Maybe. Well, with this game,
that's a bad thing.
Would you lose sleep over it?
No.
This game, I'm not going to go and buy a console game that this is the only reason I plug in the console. And then it comes out, 8 months, a year later, the game comes out on PC, and by then it's all old news. You've already heard about everything that's going to happen, and it's hearsay. It's over. You've heard everything that there is to hear about the
Just
game.
wait
So
for the
why
sale,
even bother playing it?
Yeah. I'll see. I'm disappointed that they didn't right away say, "Oh yeah, it's coming out for PC. We just didn't mention it or anything like that." To say it's for consideration to me, it's kind of a bit of a slap in the face.
It is. I think it's.
I will
meant to be
only buy it if they put out a PC version. I won't not be buying a console version.
Yeah. So,
All right.
I mean, I'm happy to wait a year. But...
Yeah, but if I go to wait a year, I want it on sale.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Or at least at some sort of discounted price.
Okay. Also, there's a what do we have? We have Far Cry 3. Far Cry 3. They're talking about showing 10 minutes of gameplay here, and some sort of hallucination video is available, which I did not download to show here. I don't know when this thing is coming out, but it's supposed to.
Like next week, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's this year. I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So I am a little bit interested in this, even though the Far Cry games I tend to play and then get a little bit bored. I don't know. What else am I playing this year? Ah, watching this, I kind of remember it from PAX now. Right, Welshy?
Yeah. Uh-huh. I was so mad at that.
It is on the PC. It'll crash for you.
It's Ubisoft as well, which is funny because they were like, no more PC games. Everybody steals them.
Yeah, might as well be the Jersey Shore people playing here. I know. That is how they act. Okay.
We'll see. I am interested. I like to play it. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it right away. I guess it'll depend upon what other people say. But
I've heard mixed reviews. Some people are saying it's great. Others are not so much. So I don't know.
I'll wait until someone I know has reviewed it, because every review I've read recently has just been utter bullshit.
Yep. Which is a point. If you're reading reviews online, you have to kind of use a little bit of.
Listen to 'em.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, like take what's being said in kind of context and what site you're actually reading it from. Even us, we can be a bit biased sometimes.
Yeah, it's
Like
kind of
all I
like
call it. Like
kind of like us being a little bit biased. You know
Yes,
what? Our
we are.
opinions are our own. Your opinions, you're entitled to your opinions. They're probably wrong, but you're entitled to them.
Yeah, think of all the Call of Duty games. I'm not going to say whether or not they're good. I mean, I don't care for them, but you go to the Metacritic and the first week of sales, and everybody bashes them whether or not they actually own the game.
Mm.
There's more reviews and sold.
You can't really
Well-
go wrong with our rating system, to be honest.
Yeah.
No, 'cause there's no way people can sit there and just vote that up and down without any.
You know what? If you've got a low Metacritic score, that typically means that you've pissed off enough people that they hate your game. Because if somebody really loves your game, they'll come in and they'll defend it. But if you piss someone off, they're more vocal, and that goes with any type of business, whether it's gaming or whatever. One pissed off person speaks louder than 100 happy people.
Yeah.
And that's the nature of consumerism. And
See, Morphus here says he won't buy anything until it's been released for a while. I understand that thought, but at the same time, you end up putting yourself in a position where all your friends have played it and are done playing it, and so you're going to just play it by yourself.
Morphus just waits until it's free.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say,
Like, look at who you're talking to here.
But I have a friend who says, I can't wait for the Steam sale, and if they have Borderlands 2 on it, I'm going to buy it. But then you're going to end up playing by yourself
Playing
because
catch-up.
everyone's done playing it. Or catch-up, yeah.
Morphus, what makes you think I have friends? He likes to play with himself. See?
Very much like the hobby.
Oh my.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to something else, though. We have apparently your kids are not safe from the police raids either, so you cannot start blaming that download of that movie or that song on your 9-year-old because the police will come in and confiscate your 9-year-old's Winnie the Pooh laptop and potentially put her in prison.
Hey, look,
Where was that at?
I don't even know where this was. I just know that this was based on some sort of raid based on IPs found from the Pirate Bay downloads in Finland.
Yeah.
In Finland. Yeah.
The police, their purpose is to make the world a safer place. All right. So if this little 9-year-old terrorist was making the world unsafe, they did the right thing. I mean, Winnie the Pooh. When's the last time you heard him doing something patriotic? You know, terrorist.
You're stealing all that honey.
Honey bombs.
Yeah,
Biggest
it's
obvious,
ridiculous.
The office face. It's
Well, you know what? This is the RIAA have pushed it to this, and they wonder why the music industry isn't making money. They wonder why the film industry isn't making money. It's because they overcharge for garbage, essentially. And they've pushed the United States have pushed their, who is beeping that much? There we go. Welshy, fucking things up. But they've pushed the American ideal of consumer of corporate greed onto the entire world and made it. I'm not saying I agree with pirating. I don't agree with pirating, but I don't agree with confiscating a laptop of a 9-year-old because, again, like I said, all that is someone's interpretation of it. It's not you're in a country that doesn't follow the RIAA. You're in an axis of evil. It's the same as the driving force behind political movement in the States is all based on insurance and oil, or not insurance, drugs and oil, pharmaceuticals and oil, and that's the driving force in American politics. It's being pushed on a worldwide scale now, where the recording industry is saying, "Oh, I mean, this is old news. But they're doing it, but
It just, I mean, it's so over the top, where it's like, look, if someone is pirating or distributing copies of things, because it seems like they've got two different systems, one for people who actually download stuff and other for people who actually distribute things. But it's like there's no need. That's a waste of resources to go in and raid a home and confiscate a laptop over downloaded music. It solves nothing. I mean, it doesn't scare anybody.
This is how out of touch and how to whack things are. The Recording Industry Association of America, the RIAA, says that each time someone pirates a song, they lose $15,000 worth of profits.
Those are expensive.
So,
MP3s.
Ham, if you download one song, that's $15,000.
It's when that
is how it is. It's at RBS. You can buy that song for 99 cents if you choose to have an Apple iTunes account.
Well, that just lets you know how sweet of a deal Apple's making it, because if you go any place else, it's $15,000.
$15,000. No wonder all these record stores went out of business.
Yeah.
It's I mean, it's just so ridiculous. And it seems like they pull these numbers out of nowhere. Each song is $15,000. I don't know. So, yeah, this is the world we live in, where Winnie the Pooh can't protect you. Not anymore.
And that's not a world I want to live in.
All right, you want to talk about those? Here, how about this other topic I saw that Stryder posted? 5 reasons why the PC is the worst platform to game on.
Yeah.
That was that second link there?
Yep.
So this person goes on to tell you 5 reasons why they think the PC is horrible for gaming. Let me go through.
I laughed at all of them.
Well, one of them is poor ports. They say most companies start developing their titles for the PC, but then focus shifts to the consoles.
Profit.
Which means it ports back to the PC. Yeah.
That doesn't make the PC a bad device to game on. It means that developers are throwing shit on the PC. Mm-hmm. But the funny thing is they're throwing the same shit onto the console.
Mm-hmm.
Next.
All right. Number 2, piracy. Because it's being stolen by everyone on the PC.
But they keep making them for the consoles, and there's just as many pirated console games out there, if not more.
Yep. That's what I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so number 3, DRM. Basically, he specifically points out the Assassin's Creed 2 DRM, where you have to be online in order to play the game.
That got removed.
Yeah. But still, I agree. That's something that developers are putting into games and making it. It's not a fault of the PC. It's not a reason the PC gaming sucks. It sucks because developers are putting that onto the discs to try and counteract. Here's my take on this. Games suck. Developers are developing shitty games. They blame the lack of sales on those games on piracy, because rather than admit to themselves that they fucking pooped out this useless chunk of garbage and nobody's playing it because it sucks, they're just got to say people are stealing it because they found a torrent of it somewhere. Stop developing crap. People will pay for it. And they'll pay for it happily because you're giving them something that they want. You're not just regurgitating the same shit every fucking week. Call of Duty, yes, I'm talking to you. You know what? Medal of Honor, the same thing. You're pushing out a game every year now just so you can try and beat Call of Duty. It's not working. Call of Duty, I mean, we've discussed it. Call of Duty is a walking corpse. They just don't, it hasn't fallen down yet. It's like, that's why they moved to the zombies maybe, because they realize it's a game that's dead on its feet. I don't think that lack of profit by these companies has as much to do with piracy as they try and make everybody believe. It's more so the quality of the product that they're putting out has lessened to the point where it is not worth purchasing.
Yeah.
And so people just aren't buying it. They're not stealing it. They just don't, because they don't even want to waste bandwidth on it.
Yeah, these games, they aren't worth the asking price.
All right, number 4. Controls aren't as easy on a PC.
Now this is a consoler's comment.
Yes,
I have to keep looking at my fingers. I don't know where WASD is. And a mouse. There's 2 buttons on there. Well, you got a fucking Xbox controller in your hand, you retard. There's the same amount of. There's more buttons that you have to press on an Xbox controller.
I can actually point at what I want to shoot instead of just getting it around it.
Yeah.
In other words, he can't play without snap to aim.
All right, let's talk about this last one, which is also complete BS. Computers are a pain in the arse. In other words,
Jeez.
if you point at something on the computer, he doesn't know what it is, and if it breaks, he doesn't know how to fix it. So how do you fix your console when it breaks?
I was just going to say, you can fix your console. How? I'm pretty sure they've got a Best Buy somewhere near you that you can go in and take it to the Geek Squad, because you're obviously retard.
His problem is that he thinks computers have to be built. They can't just go out and be purchased and played, when they can be.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially high-end ones. You want to buy a high-end gaming computer. There's more than there's Origin. There's Alienware, which unfortunately is Dell, but there's lots of places out there. But first, you have to log on to this thing called the internet, and to do that, you have to use a keyboard. You can't just use your controller. Yes, I'm being sarcastic. Sorry.
I mean,
Consolians, don't cry.
computers are a pain.
They are. But what makes computers better is if they turn into tablets and we can all put Windows 8 on them.
Yeah.
Right, Ham?
Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying
Windows 8.
Mm-hmm.
Windows 8. It's completely great.
I gotta save that. That one's gonna become a hotkey here. Okay.
Windows 8. Fuck it.
Okay. Anybody have anything else they want to bring up? We've hit our hour.
Oh.
Ooh.
Happy days after Thanksgiving. I hope you don't get salmonella from eating turkey that you left on your counter because you were too engorged from meat to move, and you're laying on your couch and say, I got the turkey sweats. And
That's what the dog is for.
The turkey sweats.
I got another month before my turkey day.
Well, we
Christmas.
also have Cyber Monday coming up, which is supposed to be in the U.S. when everybody wants to go online and shop from work instead of actually doing anything. So expect sales starting tomorrow.
Virtual mobs.
Yes.
It's for all you. What do you call the people that hide away in their houses and don't go outside?
Hermits.
Exclusives.
Crazy.
Sound like you're on to
Yeah, it's for all them that didn't want to go out and play around with the real mobs and go and have fake mobs, virtual mobs.
All right. So nothing else? Ham? No.
There's something I can't think of anything.
Okay, that's because it's been a busy
No.
Thanksgiving week. Yeah.
No new Windows 8 updates?
Of course there are.
Well, Xbox. There's supposed to be an Xbox Surface that's in development, and it's going to be a real thing. Yeah. So there's yet another tablet that has the Xbox branding, and I don't know what void that's supposed to fill. I think it's supposed to be a gaming tablet, though.
No, they're going to break new ground with it.
The
Yeah.
Angry Birds edition.
They're going to break new ground with it, so you bury it right where it's breaking that ground.
So we'll see what happens. They just continue to have some weird family of products. I don't know.
Windows, because Apple did something like this, and we're going to be different.
We're going to do it, but we're going to do it differently.
Yeah. You know that wheel? Yeah, we're reinventing that.
Why? Just because.
Just because. Because that way they can't say we're copying Apple.
Yeah. All right. I'll wrap it up then. I will say thank you to our hosts for taking the time out to chat today. Breezy, thank you very much for joining us today.
No problem.
No problem. Good. Welshy, thank you very much for joining us and sticking with us.
No problem. I actually dropped out at one point, but we're all going to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Seamless.
Ham, thank you for joining us.
No problem.
And Stryder, thank you for joining us.
Hey, it's always something to do Sunday morning.
It is indeed. Okay. Finally, I want to thank you, the fans of MODSonair.com and the subscribing members of MODSonline.com, because you, together, you make this show possible, make it worthwhile. Oh, Jessica. And until next weekend, everyone, bye.
Thanks for watching this week, and come back next Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern when we will broadcast another live show on Livestream. Details for this and all past episodes can be found at MODSonair.com. We welcome your feedback via email at mailbag@modsonair.com, and please consider subscribing to modsonline.com to support our show. The opinions expressed by individuals on this program are not necessarily the opinions of our sponsors, owners, or partners.
Okay, so I don't really have a closing video, so I thought we would just watch mobs of people beating each other in Walmart.
Is that in Jersey?
I'm saying
Gunfire, that's not Jersey.
Yeah, I was clear that mob out. Just hold a pistol in the air.
Actually, I was watching this earlier. I'm going to rewind it here. Watch this one guy. They have this big monster
Which
of a
guy?
guy here, right here,
Okay.
where my mouse. He's ripping things out of people's hands, right? And then eventually he just turns and runs like a football player out. He gets to the end and grabs somebody by the neck and starts riding him like the jockey in Left 4 Dead. And then he turns and walks away.
Oh, this is staged then.
And there's other videos. It's a compilation of stuff. People's videos.
What are you thankful for in this?
This might actually be all the same sale. You gotta wonder where this is. This person standing on some other display with their
Standing
phone out?
on a person,
Standing
riding
on
like
a
a
person.
jockey.
They're just hanging off in their sign. Oh. The
Party's
Rotters.
over.
Oh no, maybe this is Kmart and it's another blue light sale, so we're gonna move to another one.
Shooting the tear gas in so the cops can come in and get whatever's on sale here.
It's a sale on sirens, cops for.
Back off, motherfucker! What are they all lining up for?
The first one was prepaid phones. I don't know what they're doing now.
Someone
I've
actually
felt
brought
prison
a beach
on
ball.
so we're more considerate than this.